Today, we are going to tell a Japanese ghost story. Once upon a time, in Kyoto, Japan, there lived a samurai. Because the master he served fell into poverty, his life also became difficult. In order to get rid of the embarrassing situation, he resolutely abandoned his wife and went to a distant place to join his new master. Soon, the samurai married the daughter of a famous family in order to cling to the powerful. The new wife was spoiled since she was a child, and she didn't know how to be thrifty in housekeeping. And she was eccentric, selfish, and cruel. After marriage, this samurai often thinks of his gentle and virtuous first wife, and silently regrets his original ruthlessness. In his dreams, he often returns to his old home and sees his wife who is working hard at home. Gradually, he became more and more estranged from his new wife, and he didn't even want to live with her in the same house. After his term of office ended, he rushed back to his old residence immediately. It was night when he arrived at the old residence. Weeds grew in front of his old house, as if it had been abandoned for a long time. He walked through the dilapidated hallway and found that the house was still lit. He pushed open the door and saw the familiar figure who had been thinking about it day and night. His first wife looked back at her ex-husband excitedly, with tears in her eyes. The samurai said with emotion that his wife has not changed at all. She is still as gentle and beautiful as before. He faced his wife and confessed what he had done in the past. The wife forgave him and said no compensation was needed from him. She was grateful to be together now, even if it was only for a short moment. After hearing this, the samurai said that this will not be a short-term reunion, and they will never be separated again. That night, his wife made the bed, turned off the lights, and they rested in the old bedroom. Early the next morning, the samurai opened his eyes and found that everything around him had become dilapidated. He turned around to look over his sleeping wife and couldn't help screaming. It turned out that his wife had already turned into a pile of bones, and her black hair became pale and dry. He looked at the remains of his wife, the white hair turning back to black. Taking a closer look, the hair seemed to move and entangle him. He looked back again, and his wife's clothes had also become shrouds. He ran out of the room like crazy, and his own hair began to fall out. Black hair seemed to be everywhere. He was caught in endless entanglement with the black hair,